I dropped it from the top and it ended up scraping both of the side of my shoulders. And you can see right there that I've got a little chunk of my shoulder missing and I'm bleeding. It left scars on both my shoulders. It did hit both my shoulders and I've got scars on both my shoulders, which I'm all right with. I think it looks cool. Your walkout, everything from your music to your body language to how you carry yourself, everything is everybody's introduction to you as an athlete and a competitor. And then obviously I pulled some inspiration from my water spit from the wrestler Triple H. Again, it's a recognizable entrance. It stands out, it's different, and it gets people's attention. And when you watch the live stream, everybody loves the water spit. I mean, I always get a pop from it. God, I love competing in this arena so much. The Royal Albert Hall is just something special. It really is. I love competing there. There's me. Yeah, I just love getting the crowd into it. Like, I love giving the crowd a spectacle because it gives them an incentive to come back, buy the live stream, come see me live, all of that good stuff. But also they're cheering. I'm an athlete who can feed off of the energy of the crowd. So the more that they're into it, the harder I'm able to push. This is such an interesting event too, because you're good for like the first 20 meters. It feels very easy. It's not terribly heavy. Your grip feels good. And then you'll hit that wall. You will hit that wall. Your body will just slowly stop working. You can see like right here, like, all right, I'm slowing down a little bit. My veins are starting to pop. My steps are becoming a little bit less like consistent. Like this is where it gets hard. Hitting the line. The turn is the worst part. The turn is just god awful. The turn is so bad. And then making sure that the handles are in the right position so that you can just pick them straight up as opposed to them being far away from you, them being in an awkward position is also crucial for the repick. Yeah, this is where it really starts to suck, and you're just trying to get every single inch that you possibly can muster, because every inch counts. Right there at that exact moment, I believe Darren said that had that have been the standing world record, I would have beaten it. The super yoke. I am going against Kevin Fairs. So Evan and Kevin. Kevin's a very good friend of mine. I love Kevin. There's me again, just get the crowd into it and start getting myself mentally into that position to attack the event in front of me with everything that I have. It wasn't the best start. I thought I was going to be able to move a lot faster, if I'm being totally honest. Again, just making it entertaining, playing to the crowd, and then making sure that after I get my little hype done, after doing well in an event, I'll always make sure to go to my competitor that I'm competing directly against, lane next to me, and make sure that I'm encouraging them to complete the lift as well. I knew that I did well, but once I got the time, it wasn't as fast as I had hoped it would be. So I was pretty sure that Mitch was going to be able to come in and beat it, but I was pretty confident that I was going to get second in that. And that, again, is very good points. And the thing with Strongman is consistency throughout the leaderboard. So if you're able to take top 2, top 3 in every event, you're going to be solid. So I actually had Pablo Nekonechny coming out with me. Oh, and right here, Magnus for Magnuson. Before every single event, the head judge, no matter who it is, mine just happened to be Magnus, he will get very close to you so you're able to hear him, and then he will just make sure that you fully understand, like, hey, just remember, wait until I give you the down call. I don't want to take any reps away from you. Just reassuring you, making sure that you're aware of the rules, all of that good stuff. You're not caught up in the moment too much so that you start forgetting the rules. I'm walking out with Pablo Nekonechny, who was very kind to do my smelling salts and give me my back slap whenever something isn't available for me to headbutt. I will take a very, very stiff and hard back slap right in the center of my back. And there's that back slap. Every time I watch this live stream, it's just the atmosphere of that building. It's just ridiculous. Lightning. That first rep, I was like, ooh, this feels very good. Second rep, also very good. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe that I got credit for my third rep because I did not wait for the down call. I remember actually knowing that I deadlifted 6 times because I was counting in my head and I was expecting to see 6 and I only saw 5. And I actually looked. And then I looked at Maggie. I was like, is that right? And he goes, you didn't get one. You didn't wait for my down call. Like, he managed to shout that over the crowd. There's Pablo again, helping me get my suit off, my shirt, making sure that I'm able to breathe and I don't pass out. This event is a lot. It doesn't look easy, but I can promise you it's harder than it looks. Those are 360 kilos each. They are not light, and they are it's on a stiff axle bar, so you're not able to get any flex or whip out of that bar. All of that 360 kilos is coming off of the ground at once. So it's not an easy lift. It really isn't. The Viking press. So Luke Stoltman, world-class lifter, setting the bar at 11 reps. Me and Trey going up against each other. I love Trey. He's my brother. Fantastic overhead presser. I knew he was going to be a force in this. I had been over in England for a couple of weeks prior to this, training on this specific implement. So I was feeling very confident. There's me just looking so happy. Iron Bibby and Remick at 15 reps, setting the bar. There's my smelling salts. There's the headbutt. All right. You notice, like, the second that I headbutt, I'm ready to go. Let's get started. Let's get after it. Bang. 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 Felt exactly the way it did in training. Bang. Bang. I'm just knocking these reps back, feeling very, very strong, feeling confident. I'm just keep going. By 10 reps, I still felt really strong. I was like, I could do this all day. 14 is when I started feeling it. 15, 16, 17.
Gets a little love bite on the back of the neck, and Big Thick, it's still going.
And there's Trey matching me. There's Trey locking it out, and I'm just like,
Trey Mitchell, wow! There's another! Oh, doesn't get that one! Feel the speed.
and he's hooting and hollering. 18 reps, second place with 17 reps. Again, not mad. I was happy for him. And actually, you'll notice, stopping right here, you can see my shoulder behind Magnus. I was the only person to do this, and I was warned not to do this out of fear of this exact thing happening. But in the heat of the moment, things happen. It happens to all of us. Instead of going down with the implement safely, I dropped it from the top, and it ended up scraping both of the side of my shoulders. And you can see right there that I've got a little chunk of my shoulder missing, and I'm bleeding. It left scars on both my shoulders. It did hit both my shoulders, and I've got scars on both my shoulders, which I'm all right with. I think it looks cool. You know what they say, chicks dig scars. All right, so this is the standings after 4 events. Mitchell Hooper is at 38, and I am at 37, and Tom Stoltman is at 35.5. Going into this last event, I knew how important getting second place was, and I say that because Tom Stoltman is the best in the entire world at stone lifting. So we all kind of understood that Tom was most likely going to be winning this event. So anything can happen in Strongman, but it's not going to be likely that Tom is going to place anything lower than first. The only thing that I had in my mind going into this event was beat Mitch. I'm ready. My adrenaline is at its absolute highest. I'm ready to blitz this. Let's do this. Whistle. Easy. One motion. Easy. One motion. I knew speed was everything here. No mistakes and speed. 3, easy. 4, easy. The 200 kilo. This was going to be the heaviest one. This was going to be hard. I was slightly out of position. I was too low. I ended up finding the ring, which helped me out. I loaded it. And let me tell you, the emotional, the feeling that I felt when I loaded that last stone, knowing, like, because I'm tall enough, I can see over the platform. I can see that I beat Mitch. Just knowing that I won the show with that it meant so much to me. It really did, because I trained so hard for this. I wanted this so bad. And it means a lot to me to compete in Giants Live, but it means the world to me to win. And that just solidifying, like, being at the Royal Albert Hall in its debut year in 21, coming in second, and then coming back in 2022 and coming third. I've been on the podium at Royal Albert Hall twice now, and it hasn't been for first. I want to be at the top of this podium. And I knew with the lineup that we had there, it would just make it that much more special because of how difficult it is to win this show with the caliber of guys that I was competing against. After the, I guess, mishap that happened with the Stones, the points ended up pushing Hooper into third, and then Tom Stoltman making a strong second. And that's at this point, I'm just me enjoying the moment. I'm just enjoying finally being on the podium, at the top of the podium at Royal Albert Hall. Here's Darren Sadler, the owner of Giants, giving me my trophy. And every time that I'm on the top of the podium, I'll always do the T-Rex finger pose. Every single time, I'll always close my eyes and I'll tilt my head back, just like that. And I'll take it all in. I am the Strongman Classic champion. I finally came to Royal Albert Hall to win, and I'm taking this gold trophy home with me. It's something that I do every single competition, and it's something that I will continue to do. It's just always making sure that I take that second for myself to just take it all in. In the final standings, I won by half a point, beating the former and current and defending World's Strongest Man winners. So, amongst a slew of other world level athletes. So, that was a very big win for me, and it was something that I really, really I hold very close to my heart. So, if I'm not mistaken, the next competition is the Giants Live Strongman Open. And let's see who wins that one. Make sure to tune in to Channel 5. Maybe we'll see a repeat.